So similarly we have implode function. So explode function, what would explode function do? Convert a string into an array. So I would have this string Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and there's a space Mahendra space Singh space Dhoni. So what would explode do on which character? The space character. To which string? This $name string, and it would store it in the array.arr. And when I would print the ARR, I would have Mahindra at 0 index, Singh at 1 index, and Dhoni at 2 index. This is what is shown over here. Okay, if I would have the string in this format, then let's say take any operator, take any character, Mahindra hash Singh and hash Dhoni. So how would I use explode? On which character am I exploding? On the hash character, which string? $name string, and it would store in this. So this would also result in the same way. So if you want to see the difference, I'll make the M capital, S and I capital, here 1 and here D capital. So I'm making the I capital on purpose for you all to see the change. So I refresh this. What happened? The semicolon missing at line number 63. Okay, below part there's some changes, so we can comment that. Yeah, so see the SI is capital. So this was converting a string into an array. Then we have implode function, which is just the reciprocal of this. This is implode is reciprocal of this. So what will happen in implode is I'll have an array. Let's name it BRR. So it will be an array, and in that array I'll have, let's say, 3 strings: Mahindra, Virat, Rohit. Now I want to convert this array. So if I print BRR, if I print underscore R, which array? BRR, I will get this array. So let me comment this also now. This also is not needed, so I'll comment it. So now if I print this BRR, I will get an array Mahindra, Virat, Rohit. Okay. Now I want to convert this array into a string. So which function to use? Implode. So let's say the string name is name1. String name is, and I will use implode. Okay. By which character do you want to separate them? Mahindra, comma Virat, comma Rohit. So let's say use comma, and which array? Array BRR. So the output of this will be a single string. The output of this will be a single string separated by commas. This should be the ideal output. One string separated by the character I have given over here. Let's save it. Let's run it. Okay, it's not displaying. Let's see what went wrong over here. Okay, we have used implode, right? Let's check the syntax for implode. So here we have implode function. Okay, so implode function, we have an array, and then we have a function called implode. On which character am I imploding, and which array? We will go in the LHS, and then okay, the LH is a single string. The LH is a single string. So okay, I have not printed this string. I have not printed this string, so I need to print. So this is a single string, so I will just use simple echo. No need to use print R. So just use simple echo name1. I didn't display that. And here you go. Clear? Mahindra, comma Virat, comma Rohit. as was the expected output. So implode and explode. Let's take the next function. Okay, strtok means it converts the string into tokens. It converts the string into tokens. It's more or less like explode only. Okay, there's one more name for explode. There's one more name. Sorry, there's one more name for implode. So there's one more name. Implode has a alias, a pseudo name. It is also called as join. It is also called as join. So you can use implode or you can use join. So let's try the same thing using which method? Join method. Save and refresh. Output remains the same. If you try to change the content, Virat, I take Alice and use join. Let's refresh it. So here you have Alice. So implode and join are the synonyms. Okay, string tokens. What it does, it splits a string into smaller strings. Splits a string into smaller strings. So if I have a string, this is my string. So if I have a string, let's say $A equals to this. So I can now split this into tokens. Mahindra will be one token, Virat will be one token, and Rohit will be one token, and we'll split it on a character. Okay, so this is what it is on the separator, on the character separator. So this is your separator, which is comma separated values, CSV. What does CSV stands for? Comma separated values. So this character can be anything. This is at the rate separated. So let's stick to the conventional comma separated values. So now how do I convert this to tokens? The function is strtok. Function is str token. Which string am I converting to this? $A. On which character? Comma. Okay. And what will happen then? All those will go in on the which variable? The token on the LHS variable. Let's name it as tk. So we have the variable tk. Okay, so I have removed this from here. So they all will be gone in the tk variable. And now what we can do is iterate the tk variable till you don't have any values. We can iterate it. So while your $tk, now we can iterate this not equal tk is not equals to false. We can run a loop and display each token value. So we can display the dollar. So echo $tk. So in the first iteration, what will be in tk? Mahindra is not equal to false. Echo Mahindra. Next iteration, what is in tk? Virat is not equal to false. Display Virat. Third iteration, what is there? Rohit is not equal to false. Display Rohit. So display the tk and then give a new line also. Then give a that all the values should come on a separate line. So let's comment this also. So let's comment this and now focus on the strtok. So as the while loop finishes, I'll have the three values on three separate lines. Let's save and let's run. Okay, we've gone into infinite loop. Looks like. Okay, $tk is strtok, which operator, which character. This should resolve the. Okay, see over here. So this has sorted the query. So we have to say where will the first token end at. The first token will end at comma. So last name comma email comma phone. So in our case, where is the first token ending at? Mahendra. So I have to show where will the token end at. Second token is ending at Virat. Third token is ending at Rohit. Okay, and after Rohit there is nothing, so that will be false, and it will display the three tokens. Okay, SSScanf. SSScanf is if you want. This is also similar to token. So what you can do is, so if you have your string, so let's comment this whole thing. I'll copy the string part again. So this is your string. Now I want to okay, let's give your conventional spaces. Now I want to scan this string into three separate variables. What I can use is SSScanf, and which string am I scanning? $A. Okay, and first is a string, so I'll give %s. Then after that, what do we have? We have a space, so give the space over here again give a %s. Then again we have a space, then again give up a space, and again give a %s. Clear? So, and this string now will be scanned and put into a array on the LHS. So I'm scanning this string, which has what? String, string, and string. So S, S, and S separated by spaces. And now if I want to display this array, what I have to give? Print underscore R, which $ARR. So it will display me at 0 index we have Mahindra, at 1 index we have Virat, and at 2 index we have Rohit. This scanning also will be done in this is in double quotes. Let's see. Save and exit. Okay. So this is another way of converting a string into an array. Okay. If I had, instead of Rohit, if I had 45, I had to write over here 45 is an integer, %d. Save and enter. Okay, so this is what is shown over here. So if you divide 4, so if is a string %s, u is a string %s, divide is a string %s, 4 is an integer %d, likewise. So this all will be converted into an array. Searching function, string position returns the first occurrence of a small string in a large string. So let's comment this also. So if I have a large string, let's say $large, Neswadia is a college is. Okay, the reason I'm specifying is I'll be searching for the occurrences of is. So strpos, string position. In which string do I need to search for? In the large string. Occurrence of which string? Occurrence of is. I have not given the third argument, that is the starting position. So by default it will start searching from the first character. So on the first character from here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. At the 11th position I'm getting my first is, so this will return 11. That will go in the variable $n, and if you wish to echo $n, this should ideally return you 11. Let's try this. Clear? 11. Okay, now I did not give the third argument. So if I want to start searching from the 13th position, so start searching on the 13th position means I is at 11, S is at 12. So start the search from here. So if I start the search from here, this is excluded, but I'm starting the search from here. So now after this, where is the first is coming? So space is 13, A is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 at 24 position. So if I start searching from the 13th position, at 24 I am getting the first is. So save and yeah, 24. Clear? So this is your string position function. So it's over here. I am a PHP programmer. I am searching for am. I have not given any position, so we will start searching from the first position. So at 0, 1, 2. So am as coming at 2 position. If I give a start searching from the 5, so starting searching from the 5th position means I 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Start searching from this A. So from this A onwards, am is coming over here. See over the programmer am. That is the 16th position. Okay, that is your string position. Okay, if you want to start searching for the last occurrence, so this was the first occurrence, so you just add an extra r, will give you the last occurrence. So if I just add an extra r, that will turn it to the last occurrence. So this was the first occurrence. Now if I just add an extra r, will give the last occurrence. So if I don't give anything, what is the last occurrence of is this position? So now we know this was 24, right? 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So should return you 34. Should return you 34. There you go. So just if I add an extra r, it starts searching from the end. So which is the last occurrence of is in this sentence? Is your this is. So that is your strr position. So I'm a PHP programmer, which is the last occurrence of am. Last occurrence of am is over here. That is at the 16th position. If I start searching for the fifth position, still last occurrence is this am. So both the outputs are 16. And str is okay. From that character onwards till the end, it will return. So str means from that character onwards, return till the end of the string. So if I have a string, let's say I'll just copy this only. I'll copy this very same string. So I'll comment this also. And now $large. So and in the between, let's say I put a at the rate over here, and I put a hash over here. Okay. So what this will do is which string? $large string. From which character onwards? Let's say at the rate onwards. So whatever is there at the rate onwards till the end, it will return this, and that will go in the LHS. That will be a string. So if I just echo $A, let's just check the syntax. Correct. So this will return you is a good is. Okay, along with that character. And if you want to return from here onwards, what you can give is hash. So what will it give you? Hash is a college, at the rate is a good is. Please excuse my grammar over there. Hash is a college, at the rate is a good is. Okay, so this is your str. So what they have done is over here w3resource.com, which character dot onwards, so it will return you com along with that character dot com. Okay. Okay, this is case sensitive. This is the, okay, what if I give character as A? If I give character as A, so which is the first A from here, which will return you this string. Let's check that. Have I saved this changes? Okay. So let's run that. Clear? Okay, is there a capital A over here? No. If I give a capital A, so the by default it is case sensitive. So this should return you null. It should return a blank string. See, return a blank string. So if you want it case insensitive, for that we have which string? str I str. For that what we have? str I str. So I'm documenting this for you all. So I'm copying and pasting each and every method. So this was str with a small a, and now if you want a case insensitive one, str I str. So this will return you from the first a. This should be the output. Okay, clear? str chr is also same as str str. So str str or str. If I comment this and reopen the comment for this, and if I use str chr, should also be the same work. So a means it will return the output of from here onwards, from this a onwards till the end. Okay, so this the output will be the same. So if you want to see the difference from C onwards, then if you want to see from the C onwards, then from college onwards. Clear? So that was the same. Okay, and str, if you add a r extra means last occurrence. So if I add an extra r, so let me just write them again so that for your understanding, str str. Okay, so just for your understanding, and if we add an extra r, the last occurrence, so the last occurrence of C, so unfortunately the first and last occurrence of C is same. Let's take A, which is the last occurrence of A over here, this. So a good is, output will be a good is. Clear? So these are the different functions. Okay, now if you are given a URL, if you are given a URL, how can we break the different tokens of the URL? Okay, this 8080 is the port. See, oh yeah, it's a port. Then this ME is the user, and your Amar and REC is the password. So we can break the URL into different fragments, and that method is called as parse URL. That is called as what? Parse URL. So let's try a URL. Let's take a URL from the internet. Let's take this. No, this is my local host. Let's take something else. Okay, let's take this Stack Overflow. Whatever URL, let's take it, and let's try to. Okay, I'll comment this also. I'll comment this also. Okay, and let's take a, so let's just give any name, dollar my URL equals to this. Now what is the function? What is the function? Function is parse underscore URL. Parse underscore URL. Which URL am I passing? Dollar underscore my URL. So it will return the different tokens of this into the array on the LHS. So what is the array I'm giving over here? $ARR. And how to print the array? Print underscore r, which array? $ARR. You can give any name to the array. The textbook has given the array as bits. Save it. Now see what all different tokens are there in this. So the scheme is https host is stackoverflow.com, path is /questions, This clear? And they want any username password, so that was omitted. So this is how you parse a URL. This brings us to the end of this chapter.